Hello everybody, coming to you once again from the Florida RV Super Show 2021, and I'm here with Wayne with Liquid Spring, and I'm gonna drive a Class A, believe it or not.
In my RV, yeah.
All right, Wayne, can you tell us a little bit about the Liquid Spring system you have here?
So what we have here is a 4-link compressible liquid suspension. This would be the upper and the lower link. There's a track bar on here. And the way the suspension works is we're actually compressing a fluid, and that's what's giving you your ride quality. Being we're using a fluid, we can very rapidly change the amount of fluid the system has to compress, which changes the spring rate or the ride frequency. That allows the coach to handle very well, but also give you a nice compliant ride. And it does that by sensing speed, steering, braking, and ride height. And it's instantaneous. It's about 40 milliseconds is how fast it goes up and down with the spring rate. Again, that is how our suspension functions.
All right, well, thank you, Wayne, so much for showing this to us. And now we're gonna get on that Class A, and I'm gonna go. I hope you guys have insurance. That's all I have to say.
So away we go.
All right, everybody. Today we're gonna test out the Liquid Spring suspension system. Thank you guys for inviting me.
Thank you, Robert. And you'll notice as we're going through this gravel lot how well this suspension consumes all this energy from the bumps and potholes and whatnot. It just kind of floats through them.
So, while we drive out, can you tell us a little bit about the suspension system, or you wanna do that afterwards?
I'll tell you, I can go over the suspension. So what we have here, so Robert, what we have here is a 4-link compressible liquid suspension. What that allows us to do is the compressible fluid gives us a nice ride quality. Being we're using a fluid, we can very rapidly change the spring rate or the hardness of the suspension as we're going down the road. We're doing that by sensing speed, steering, braking, and ride height. So as the coach starts to move, our suspension will sense that movement and start changing the amount of fluid the suspension has to compress. So what it gives you is a nice, compliant, smooth ride, but it also gives you very good handling. So if we start really trying to make the coach move, it's going to stand up very nicely, but it also, the ride, you didn't really feel the ride change when we did that, but you also didn't feel all that body roll. That's the 2-second tour, and we can give you a lot more when you're ready. We have our driver interface right here, and that's what actually changes the different modes in the suspension. The ride side over here, we have sport, normal, and comfort. And you just push the arrow, it'll change. And as soon as you push that arrow, the suspension makes a change.
I think I felt it,
yeah. Now it's a little softer now, and the body moves a little more.
Yeah.
Comfort is going to give you the best ride qualities. Sport's going to give you the best handling. And it just allows you to have some differences in ride and handling.
So you would use comfort like on the highway, basically, and sports if you're gonna
2 lanes, mountain roads. And everybody has their own preferences. There's people that have put our suspensions on that never take it out of sport, and there's people that never take it out of comfort, and there's other customers that are changing it all the time. And it's just a switch on the fly, so you can change it anytime you want.
Yeah, I'm thinking since I'm going to Quartzsite next week, that's one place where you probably wanted to work the smoothest possible on those dirt roads out there.
Yeah. That would actually be a good show for us. We have never done the Quartzsite show to this point, but you can change ride heights, and you do that at slow speeds. So if you're under 10 miles an hour, you can change the ride height. Just reach over and push the button. It's going to go up now because we're under 10 miles an hour. So you'll feel this.
Like to get out of a gas station, for example, so you can drag your
exactly
and that kind of thing. Yeah.
So, and you'll see, we have that. It's actually going up right now. When we get to 15 miles an hour, this will start flipping the other way, and it'll start dropping the suspension. Right now, it's still raising until about now.
Yeah.
Now it's going to stop raising.
I saw it stopped blinking. So
yeah, because we went over 10 miles an hour. And as soon as we get to 15, that'll go back. I'll just put it down just because we're here. And Robert, I'm going to go ahead and pull over right up here and let you take over driving.
All right.
We're going to go up here to the stop sign where that Dodge pickup is, and we're going to turn right. We'll go up by, I think we'll just go up by Lazy Days, flip around and come back, and then if you want to do some more different type of driving, we can do that.
Hold on. Are you sure you guys want me to drive this thing? I've never driven something this big before.
That's, hey, if you're uncomfortable, you don't have to, but if you're comfortable.
I'll go slow just in case.
But it's gonna, I mean, it's gonna handle and drive a lot like your truck.
To get the feel of the brakes here, you know. All right.
And just stay in the right-hand lane when we get up here.
I've driven a Class C before, but never a true Class A.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, in the end, the whole vehicle's kind of trying to say because you're getting used to the
size. Yep.
The size and the height. So everybody, did you ever think I was going to be driving a Class A motorhome? Well, I am. This might be next. You never know.
And we're going to turn right at this light up here.
So you didn't even feel that truck coming?
No, I didn't. And that's one of the main things on the highway when you're going, 65, 70. You know, when one of those semi trucks passes you.
You know.
Especially in Texas, the speed limit is 80 and they go 90 and you get, oh crap. You know, when they get that feel.
Yeah, I just moved from Texas, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I-10 in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
And just go ahead and get in the left lane when you pull out here.
We are now in normal mode, right?
We are in normal right now.
Stay on this lane?
Stay in this lane.
All right.
We're actually, when we get up here next to 4, we're going to get over one lane to the right. Or to the left, sorry. My other right. Well, you look pretty comfortable behind that wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's after a while it gets more and more comfortable. You know, you get used to the play also. These larger rigs have a little bit of play on the steering wheel. Other than that,
Our suspension does quite a bit of for taking that play out of the wheel too.
yeah, this one is pretty good. I did one of those that you want to go. Well, let's
Yeah.
even Class C's that I rented at one point. It was pretty bad. So one more to the left.
Yep.
Oh, I like that they have a camera here. Huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Again, you're driving such a big coach. They do a really good job of giving you a very good view around your coach while you're driving.
No, I see the mirrors and everything. So.
Yeah, this Southwind's a nice coach. They did a really nice job with this coach. So we're going to take this next exit, but we're going to take it out of this lane. 2 lanes exit, just stay in this lane.
Alright.
Yeah, this doesn't look like it's too big for you. You can drive this, no problem.
Yeah. You get used to it. It's just at the beginning, you know,
Yep.
like the first shock, if you will.
So stay in the left lane all the way to the top, and we're just going to circle back around and get right back on the freeway over there on the other side of the island.
All right.
I was going to point out you got passed by an 18-wheeler and you didn't even know he was there, did you?
No.
And just kind of squeeze, just stay all the way left. And there's 2 turn lanes, so whatever one you wanted. See how when you went around that corner, very little body roll, very little movement.
Yeah, it did feel like a much smaller vehicle for sure. You know what would be a trip taking this on I-95 South going into Miami? That road is bad in a small vehicle. So that would be a good way to test it.
A good testing ground, yeah.
Chris, guess you're going to Miami.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Tough, isn't it?
tough. I'll be happier to go there than Travis is going to be to go to Wisconsin. I can promise you that.
Well, Wisconsin right now is probably a little colder.
Little colder.
Just a little colder. It's kind of hard to.
Keep turning. Yep, you're fine.
You know?
Just keep turning into it. You're fine.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I've seen videos on how to do it, but that's the extent of my knowledge on how to turn a big lane.
Well, like you said, you're aware of how big the vehicle feels.
Yeah, you have to be aware that you have to go at 35 feet back there or what have you.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, that really is what you have to remember.
yeah.
And we're going to take this next exit, but you can do it right out of this lane. At some point we'll get over a lane, but you got a long ways, miles.
I'll do it now.
Perfect.
Since I don't have anybody there.
Yep. Nope.
He's not.
And when we get up here around the corner, if you want to pull over,
Yeah.
I'll take it in.
I'll just pull over on the right. Well, gentlemen, I brought it back in one piece.
Yeah.
I was hoping you had insurance just in case, but
Yeah.
I did bring it back in one piece. So,
You did phenomenal.
Hey,
That's
your first Class A ride was a success, man.
yeah, man, I get it. Absolutely.
But now we've spoiled you. You won't be able to drive another Class A without our system on it.
Now I'm gonna have to get in touch with you guys.
Yeah,
and
if you go to
install
a
the
Class
system.
A.
Yeah, if I go this route, man, I'm spoiled. Where is the view?
this will be a good view for your camera right here through this stuff.
Yeah.
Don't slow down in this.
All the articulation in the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to pack that dirt down a little bit.
Yeah.
All
All right.
Beautiful.
Softball is fine, listen just long enough to sing along. Everybody.